play basketball, man. I play football.
Oh, okay.
But,
my bad.
I was always, it's all good. I was always a hip hop head, man, from, when I was younger. And I spin when I was little, but, it was kind of like tape deck spinning, you know what I'm saying? Some turntable, but mostly, make a mixtape for my wife now, or a tape for, one of my homies to get him a little quick date or something like that.
Uh-oh.
So I was putting that down. And then
he's still putting it down.
Yeah. When I started playing ball, I kind of got away from doing it. So fast forward some 4 years later, we do this thing called Whiteout up in Alaska, where instead of celebrating Halloween, because we don't do the take away Halloween and we gonna substitute it with the Harvest Fest. We don't do that up here. Yeah. We be like, Halloween is Halloween. We doing All Saints Day the next night.
Yeah.
So we get in there, we do this thing called Whiteout, and what we do at Whiteout is we just celebrate purity and the love of God and just have fun. So my man hit me up. He was like, "Hey, why don't you make me a tape?" I was like, "Cool." So I ripped off like 5 CDs real quick for him, and dub them up. And so after the event, people was like, "Yo, let me get that CD. Let me get that CD. So I didn't have no more CDs to take to the ride. I was like, "Yo, where all the CDs go?" They was like, "Oh man, all the kids took them." And my co-pass actually took one too. Big shouts out to co-pass in a minute. But she took one too, and she's like, "Yo, I like these." So I went to a spot. My man was like, "Oh, since you're getting so many people taking CDs, why don't you just go and put it on the website?" And I was like, "What website?" He's like, "Just throw it up on Podomatic." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." So I put it up on Podomatic, and they want to have like 55 downloads. And I was like, "Oh man, okay, that's amazing." Yeah. So that birthed me spinning, regularly, doing once a week, a little hip hop show. And what's funny is I listened to my old shows and I had like segments like, "Yo, you tuning in to that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I really had a passion for mixing. And so I always found myself mixing, CDs or mixing some music and just spinning it. And then so I just, about 4 or 5 years ago, man, I just really got back into spinning and got opening the door for me to do a radio show in general for people to hear gospel music and introduce, really, I don't want to say introduce, but really break down a genre to Alaska of Christian hip hop. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's the door God really opened for the young people to hear, because they hadn't heard a lot of the artists who were even doing Christian hip hop. They hadn't even heard of these guys, and so they only heard of them from me, which was great.
Yes, sir, man. So being a DJ, bro, a lot of people, they look up and say, "Hey, man, I want to do a radio show." Give us some tips, man, on, what does it take to be a host, a DJ, and a host, and talk about some of the different things that go on behind the scenes that cats may not know about.
Okay, so let's break it down. Being a DJ and a host, I think being a DJ and a host is two different things. You could be a DJ and then be a host, but I don't think you want to be a host and then be a DJ. You know what I mean? It's two different things. One is mixing music, and one is having the vocal to talk. And what a lot of people don't understand is, one, the time that's involved, and two, the heart and the passion that you have to have. I'm going to give you an example, man. My first show that I did took me maybe about 4 hours, because I wanted to make sure everything was correct. Yeah. And I wanted to make sure everything it sounded right to me. And then with that becomes growth and, you perfecting your craft. But spinning at a party is not doing a radio show. A radio show takes way more time and way more effort. You have talk, you have tracks you have to have music you have to have lineup, you have to have some place to post it, you have to have somebody to tune in. It's more, spinning a party, I can walk in a party and show up and spin a record. I'm set up and I'm off the going, but I'm not recording anything. So with recording, let's see. I'm going to break it down for y'all. With recording, you record, let's say you do an hour show. You know what I'm saying? Yadah Da King, you bust an hour show out. Mm-hmm. And within that hour show, man, you got, talking, you got some word in there, you got, a little bit of talking, you spend about 10 tracks. Well, you still got to have your copyright, and that means you got to list every artist you played on the show. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to go through, you listen to your track list, you know what I'm saying? You post that up with your show. Now, in the meantime, you want to get word of mouth out, so you go on Twitter which I like. I'm gonna be partial because I like Twitter better than Facebook. Because on Facebook I gotta have friends, and Twitter I just gotta have followers.
Yeah. Shoot
out tweets over artists, and then get word of mouth. Now, we still ain't got to no drops for the show. We still ain't, created the intro for the show. We still ain't created no buzz for the show. All that you got to do before you even create your show. You get sound effects, you get music, you get all that lined up. And then once you post your show, the posting of the show probably is the longest part of the show. Because you're watching the dude spinning a circle. And it takes about 3 minutes to an hour, the same amount of time you recorded the show, depending on how long the show is.
Yeah.
Once you got that up, you still ain't got no equipment to do what you're doing. Because here's my thing, man. I never wanted to do anything halfway for Papa. You know what I mean? I don't want to do a show with a mic that's whack and it sounds like I'm 10 miles off. I don't want to do a show with a program that doesn't edit properly. I don't want to do a show where people can't get to it easily. So all those things you have to take in mind. And I just line out what I got. I got a Yeti mic, which cost me $100 on a hot Amazon deal. Big shout out to Amazon.
He said it heck hard on a hot.
I'm gonna give Amazon a shout out, and here's what I'm gonna give them a shout out. They mismarked 2 of the things that I bought off them, and if I wasn't up at midnight, I probably wouldn't have got them.
Yeah.
I got them. But my Yeti mic usually runs $2.99. I got it for $99 on a hot Amazon deal, and then I got a Hercules DJ board, which regularly price was $3.99, and I got that for $129 on the Amazon mismark. So God was, really pushing me to do what I'm doing, and making a way for me to do what I'm doing. And then beyond that, man, you still got to have a platform to record. I record in Virtual DJ, and allow me to record in there. That program is going to cost you anywhere from $199 to $299 to get that going.
Yeah.
So you already looked at about $600 to get your show up and running. And then, from getting your show running, you still got to capture your audience. You still got to get music and have people send music. And then more importantly, man, I think here's what people don't understand. The most important part about doing radio is relationships. I don't think people understand that.
Right.
We kingdom, and we not, even though we all spinning. I mean, Yadah Da King might spin at 6, and DJ T Walk in the Mix might spin at 6. But if somebody's tuning in Yadah Da King, somebody needs to get that word from Yadah Da King. You know what I'm saying? And somebody needs to get the word from DJ T Walk. We might even spin the same song. Somebody might hear my song differently than they hear your song. You know what I mean? And so it depends. The goal is to reach the world with the body, to reach the world with the ministry. It's not to separate. It's not to be like, yo, mine is better than yours. But we trying to reach a nation of people who don't know Christ. And one way to do it is either through Yadah Da King, either through DJ T Walk in the Mix, either through DJ Wado, or anybody. So we're all doing the same thing, but we're all reaching people who need to be reached for Papa. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. Let's get into this next track. Crane and A1 featuring Kent Jones. This song is called Lose It. Make sure when you driving, you know what I'm saying, you stay in the zone and know that you're driving. But this song, you want to turn it up, man. When I first heard this, I was like, oh my goodness. And you can hear it on one of my first mixes. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in there like DJ T-Walk. But man, check it out on the app. We got fun facts on the app, and then we also got traffic jams. You don't want to miss it. Let's get into this joint right here, right now.
Put your hands in the air, and you need to get up out of your chair. 'Cause right about now, I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. Whenever you're in this heat spotlight, people think that I'm insane right now. Yeah, I try to control it, but whenever I do, it's unexplainable, and I just lose it.
Hey, y'all about to get sick of me.
Yeah, y'all done made it personal. Now I'ma go back and dig deep down in my arsenal. Arsenal is versatile. G-O-D is merciful. Tell me what you cursing for. Get lost in God's reality and yours won't be so virtual. This life jacket ain't reversible. Faith got me water walking, not submersible. If you need some help, there's some floaties in this music. Don't try to control it, lose it.
Put your hands in the air, and you need to get up out of your chair. 'Cause right about now, I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. Whenever you learn this, it's my mind. People think that I'm insane, but now yeah, I try to control it, but whenever I do, it's unexplainable, and I just lose it.
What up, K-Joe? What up, A1? They call me Crane and that's the name, so homie, turn up. No, I ain't stupid, I ain't foolish, yeah, I lose it. Grace and mercy, all inclusive, fireproof, I won't burn up. Cool and swervy like cursive, I'm working this worship. Say time, keep disturbing, I might have to wire them. Close curtains, verses keep bursting out in the music. Since we can't control it, I guess we gotta lose it. Yeah.
Put your hands in the air, and you need to get up out of your chair. 'Cause right about now,
Lose it. Lose it.
I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. Whenever you learn this, it's my mind. People think that I'm insane right now. Yeah, I try to control it, but whenever I do, it's unexplainable, and I just lose it.
Yeah. We're gonna have fun on this one, man. Ecclesia, let go. They say I'm gone, come and get me. Going hard, who going with me? Light it up, that's how I do this thing. 'Cause the Lord is coming back, boomerang. They say I'm gone, come and get me. Going hard, who going with me? Light it up, that's how I do this thing. 'Cause the Lord is coming back, boomerang. The Lord is coming back, the Lord is coming back. Light it up, that's how I do this thing. 'Cause the Lord is coming back, boomerang. They say I sold out, but I ain't really have an option. Blood bought, it ain't tricking if you got it. And I ain't choose it, I was born where the crooks be. Got out of prison, now I'm living how you should be. You see, I was full of it, needle to the right. I was evil, full of pride, but was feeble to its might. Swagger at the house, I don't need it much. Spirit keep me on my toes like it's double dutch. Tryna hustle up, that's what I'm rapping for. Let the truth kill the bull like a matador. The beat slapping like a cat fight, so you can get your act right. You blew it like a bagpipe, still getting daily bread. Though I put the bricks down, same itch, came to light it up. Put my switch down, open word, examine what to fix. Like a mix down, 'cause life is like a vapor. Yes, we fix down, world steady, mean mugging, I ain't looking back. Ain't got time to try to figure what you looking at. Her figure, I ain't looking at, though mommy is a baddie. Stun her shades off, now I see her like my daddy. Hold it down for Cali, hold it up for the kingdom. Man, I'm going in, if they Twitter, I'm gon' bring them, get it. Demons feeding sweet and lies, I ain't eating. 'Cause whips and chains ain't never been freedom. Jesus through your speakers, tryna bring them out them body bags. Church throwing rocks, though they snoozing like insomniac. All up in your trenches fishing, call it noodling. Members just whine and whipper, call it poodling. World searching, searching for this power. Googling my God, you the whole universe just doodling. I be all up in the sun like I'm Super Tan. 'Cause he survived death, now who the man? And who the man who one attempt to oppose it? Every knee must bow, and I ain't talking about proposing. My sins is covered, and I ain't talking about your Trojan. Keep my